Welcome to you all who have come here to appear for the learner's license test. No doubt, today is one of the most important days in your life. A day when you will take your first step towards acquiring the legal right to drive a motor vehicle. Traffic congestion is getting worse by each day in our country, more so in the cities. The emissions from automobiles are aggravating environmental pollution. Accidents caused by reckless, tired, and drunken driving have become so common that we have turned apathetic to them. It is high time that people who drive vehicles, especially the younger generation, become sensitive to the perils of careless and irresponsible driving. The learner's license test is conducted in accordance with the rules of the Indian Motor Vehicle Act of 1989. Whoever wants to obtain an LL has to know the traffic signs and the traffic signals specified under Indian Motor Vehicles Act and rules of road regulations. The duties and responsibilities of a driver when the vehicle meets with an accident. The precautionary measures to be taken before crossing unguarded railway crossing.
A vision of beauty. A symbol of strength. An icon of style. Introducing Toyota Fortuner, the art of power.
Now, let us acquaint ourselves with the traffic signs used for the safety of all drivers and a smooth flow of traffic. These are of three types: M. Mandatory, C. Cautionary, and E. Informatory. Please note that mandatory sign is shown inside a circle, cautionary sign inside a triangle, and informatory sign inside a rectangle. M1. Stop your vehicle, look to your left and right, and proceed after ensuring that it is safe to do so. M2. Give way to other vehicles having the right of way. M3. No entry. You must not enter the road. M4A and 4B. These signs are placed on one-way streets to facilitate smooth flow of traffic. M5. Entry of vehicles prohibited from both sides. Signals from M6 to M12 prohibit the entry of vehicles depicted inside them. M13 prohibits the entry of pedestrians. M14. No right turn. M15. No left turn. M16. No U-turn. U-turn is prohibited on certain traffic junctions to avoid obstruction to the traffic moving from the opposite direction on the adjacent road. Overtaking on narrow and curved roads cause accidents. M17 prohibits such overtaking. Blowing the horn on roads adjacent to courts, colleges, hospitals, and office complexes creates public nuisance. Traffic sign M18 prohibits this. Parking vehicles on narrow roads with constant movement of vehicles creates traffic jams. M19 prohibits such parking of vehicles. M20. Vehicles must neither be parked nor be kept waiting even for a short period. M21. Vehicular speed must not be more than indicated, say 50 kilometers per hour. M22. The sign is used to prohibit the entry of vehicles exceeding a particular width, say 2 meters. M23. This mandatory sign warns the driver about the height of the overhead bridge, say being 3.5 meters. M24 prohibits the entry of vehicles beyond a certain length, say of more than 10 meters. M25 and M26 prohibit the entry of vehicles whose laden weight and axle load exceeds the prescribed limit. M27 indicates the point where all prohibitory signs cease to apply. Mandatory left turn, M28. Mandatory go straight, M29. Mandatory right turn, M30. Mandatory go straight or turn right, M31. Mandatory go straight or turn left, M32. Mandatory keep left, M33. Mandatory cycles track only, M34. Mandatory sound horn, M35. Mandatory bus stop, M36. Now, let us know about cautionary signs. Cautionary signs from C2 to C7 indicate to the driver about right-hand curve, C2. Left-hand curve, C3. Right hairpin bend, C4. Left hairpin bend, C5. Right reverse bend, C6. Left reverse bend, C7. C8 steep ascent. This sign is used 30 meters before a steep upgrade. C9 steep descent. This sign is erected 30 meters before a steep downgrade and cautions the driver to reduce the speed of the vehicle. C10 cautions the driver about the road ahead narrowing down. C11 indicates a widening of the road ahead. C12 cautions the driver about an approaching narrow bridge. Never overtake at such places. In areas receiving heavy rainfall, the road tends to get wet and slippery. Vehicles are likely to skid here. C13 cautions us about such danger. C14 cautions the driver about a section of the road ahead which is yet to be tarred and has loose gravel lying around. C15 Bicycle crossing. Make way for bicycle riders crossing the road. C16 Pedestrian crossing. Give way for the pedestrians crossing the road. C17 is the sign that cautions us about school zone. Since school children move around here, drive cautiously without blowing the horn. C18 prompts us to watch out for the men at work with machines on the road ahead or adjacent to it. Drive with caution at such places. C19 cautions you that cattle may stray on to the road. C20. This cautionary sign is erected near places where rocks are likely to fall on the road from overhead mountains or hills. C21 indicates to the driver that he is approaching a river without bridge and a ferry boat is available to take the vehicle across the river. C22 is the cautionary sign erected before a crossroad on the highway. C23 is the sign installed ahead of a gap in the median of a divided double road where you can take U-turn, carefully watching out for other vehicles. Signs C24 to C29B caution the driver about intersections on the main road from the left and the right, Y intersection, and a major road lying ahead. C30 indicates that the vehicle is approaching a roundabout or a traffic circle. C31 cautions the driver about a sharp dip in the profile of the road where he has to slow down the vehicle and drive cautiously. C32 is erected ahead of a hump on the road meant to slow down the vehicle's speed. C33 is the cautionary sign well before a checkpoint where vehicles are routinely checked by the authorities. C34 is the cautionary sign erected at a distance of 200 meters from an unguarded railway crossing. C35 cautions about the unguarded railway crossing still closer at a distance of 50 to 100 meters. Stop your vehicle well before the crossing. Get down and proceed towards it to confirm that no train is approaching. Only then you can drive across the railway track. Never cross the yellow line demarcated on the center of the road for ensuring smooth flow of traffic on its both sides. Do not cross the uninterrupted white line unnecessarily. Stop your vehicle behind the white stop strip in traffic signals. While driving at night, to stop your vehicle's headlights from having a blinding effect on the driver of the vehicle approaching from the other direction, dim and dip them from a distance. As the vehicle gets closer, dip the lights again and switch them to normal brightness only after it has passed your vehicle.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, you're taking us for an outing?
Every day, many joys, one car.
It is mandatory that you display the L board on the front and the back of your vehicle so that the other drivers can be alert and give way to your vehicle. Dear candidates, here are a few tips just for you to become the best and most successful drivers of motor vehicles. Most accidents are caused by hasty and reckless driving. Do not ever be in a rush while driving a motor vehicle. Drive with calm composure and a concern for other road users. Even a momentary lapse in concentration and careless driving can lead to tragic consequences like death and grievous injuries. Do not orphan your own families and other families. Do not cripple yourselves and others by such driving. Alert and calm driving will always safeguard the lives and limbs of all road users. Every time you occupy the driver's seat, please remember that you are not merely a driver. You are a father, a mother, a son, a daughter, a husband, a wife, a brother, a sister, a dear one to many, and that a family is eagerly awaiting your return home. Dear candidates, now it's time for you to appear for the LL test. All the best in the test and the driving experience later on. Thank you.